Alrighty. Probably. Perfecto. Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to maybe the last playthrough of Bloodstained. Maybe another playthrough of Bloodstained. I say maybe the last playthrough because I am not good at this game. This is not going well for me. Or for anyone, for that matter. It is, I described it in my other playthroughs in the last, two? That compared to other Metroidvanias I played, the gameplay in this is very stiff. It's very... it's so just frustrating to go from the smooth, free mobility of Prince of Persia, Hollow Knight, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, or Ori and the Blind Forest, to this. It's just... it is so frustrating, but because... because I like you people. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying.
A demon! Wait! I'm a good killer, Barber.
Are you?
Butchers and cutthroats all say as much. I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut anyone. Well, I have, but it's these scissors. They've cursed me to become a demon.
Then why not cast them aside?
Cast them aside? If I could take them off, I wouldn't be cursed. Duh. The name's Todd. And the only way my curse will be lifted is if I barber my way through 666 different hairstyles.
What?
Well, why not just make the hairstyles up then? Lop a little off here or there.
Ah, there's a penalty for sloppy lopping. If I don't give my patrons good haircuts, the scissors kill them dead.
Oh.
You have the worst curse ever.
Oh.
Yes, quite literally, yes. Please, can you help me find information about hairstyles? I'll cut you for free.
That is not an enticing offer.
No, not cut you, cut it. Wait, what are you even worried about? You look like you could rip me into 100 pieces.
I really could. All right, you have a deal.
Fascinating. People do their hair like this?
Todd has mastered a new hairstyle. Oh, I can customize. Let's make it. Ooh, that's pretty. That's bad. Let's make it. This is her hair color, right? Oh, that's nice. Change your hairstyle. Skin color. I can make her yellow. I can make her pink. And change the eye color too. That's pretty cool.
The look suits you fine.
Thanks. That's it. It's just him back here. All right, cool. Here we go. Whoops. So annoying how just touching it hurts me. Okay. Grab on a certain object and manipulate. So now I'm gonna come back here. But yeah, we're gonna start Bungo Stray Dogs, and then I think after that, I'm not sure what I'm gonna watch. I've been watching Pandora Hearts a lot. That's an older anime, it's like 2012. It is pretty darn good. It does have a couple creepy things in it. Like literally, you have this grown woman licking this kid's face. That wasn't what I was signing up for. That was a lot, and there were a couple of times where they caressed this cute little green-eyed blonde boy's face. And it is different. It is definitely on the suggested side of the pillow. It's odd. It's not that common. I can only think of like 2-3 times throughout the entire show, and I'm on episode like 18 or something now. So it doesn't happen that commonly, but it's very odd and sudden and unexpected every time it does happen. But it's a good show. I talked about it a little bit before. You have this kid, Oz, who is sent down into this place called the Abyss by this group called the Baskerville group or something like that. And he makes this contract with this creature called a chain named Alice, but her chain name is Bee Rabbit. And by making this contract, they come out of the Abyss. Come to find out, they were in the Abyss for 10 years. And so once they come out, they work with this group called Pandora to stop Baskerville, because Baskerville is trying to conjure up and put into place pieces that would cause this tragedy to happen. And this tragedy happened hundreds of years ago, and resulted in a lot of people dying. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm liking it. It's, I think, 25 episodes, so I'm almost done with it. It has the occasional annoying, stupid sexual content, but I would say it's not that common.
Oh! Yeah! You!
Kettlebells. A magic that summons forth a familiar does not consume MP. Summon forth Carbus to help you. Oh, so you get different ones. So she's just constantly here now. Got a little pet. Nice. Oh, and a save point. Beautiful. So, yeah, I do greatly enjoy the show. I watched that show because I watched 2 animes at the, or more like I watch multiple animes at the same time. So, like, at the moment, I'm watching. You're a little slow, sweetie. I'm watching Fire Force, Black Butler, Pandora Hearts, and then I'm starting Bungo Stray Dogs this weekend. What's this? So I'm watching 4 to 5 animes at the same time right now. That is wrong. On so many levels. Crap. This isn't going well. No, I'm running away. We're going to leave the premises so that we can get some health potions. Leaving the premises. So yeah, watching a lot of animes, and I'm having a great time with it. My anime binge is going strong. It has been. Only thing is, again, because I'm still not completely over Banana Fish, literally just hearing certain words reminds me of him. Hearing Japanese reminds me of him. You know you're going through it when a whole freaking language reminds you of a person. That's insanity. So that's the only downside, but I'm enjoying the shows. Black Butler is such a time. Fire Force being back makes me so happy. There was one anime I watched a couple weeks ago called 91 Days, and I saw a couple of posts about that one, saying how, oh, it's such a good show and all that stuff. And like after watching it, I straight up almost fell asleep when I first started watching it, and I did fall asleep. I actually paused it and took a nap because I was just so tired. But I finished it. I think it's 13 episodes, something like that. And after watching it, I wouldn't say it's a bad anime. I would not say that. It is a fine anime. It is done well. Animation was good. Voice acting was good. The story was interesting enough. However, the story just wasn't for me. The idea is you have this guy, I forgot his name, and his whole family is wiped out by the mafia. By these mafia people. And so it is just him infiltrating this mafia family. So that he can get his revenge for what these people did to his family. Like, they killed his little brother, they killed his mom, he killed his dad. He's the only one who survived. So we've yet to open this. We need a key. So yeah, it's just a revenge story. And it's a lot of mafia stuff and things like that. And you know, that's just not my vibe. I wouldn't say it was a bad show, like I said. It was well done. It's a good show in its enactment of everything. And again, the animation, the voice acting, the story, like, is well written. It's just not the type of story that I'm interested in. So like, I would say if you're really into like mafia stories and like revenge stories like that, you'll enjoy it. There was one part I started to finally get intrigued in the story, but it took like till like episode 9, which is basically the entire show, for me to actually start getting interested. And the only reason I finished it was because, well, I mean, I think I was feeling pretty bad that day because of the show. So I was just like, I've already started it, I'll also finish it. So I just stuck with it. And I'm glad I did, because now I can, you know, give my opinions about it. I do like how they ended it. It kind of left it up for interpretation. Sort of, kind of. Like, if you pay attention, you can kind of get what they were trying to do. I was confused by the ending. I actually had to Google it and actually kind of discovered by accident what had happened in the ending. So that was interesting. The ending was very interesting. But yeah, just, you know, I'm not that interested in mafia revenge stories, I guess. So it just really wasn't my vibe. But if that's your thing, then yeah, by all means, go watch it. That's why I feel like when people say shows like animes, just forget animes, are overrated or bad or mid. Like, there's some people say like, oh, Demon Slayer's mid, or JJK's overrated, or AOT actually isn't that good. I'm like, okay, time out. Take this. I don't like JoJo. I don't like JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I've seen a couple of episodes, I believe. I think I've seen maybe 2. And when I was watching it, I was like, okay, it's a show. But right now, I can't see myself going watching that show. But I would never say JoJo is overrated. It's not a good show. It's mid. It's just not for me. See, I was talking to myself a couple days ago, because I do that all the time, saying how anime is an art form. Anime is different from other TV shows that I watch personally. Like, when I watch, say, Monk, Psych, or literally any other TV show, like, say, a K-drama or something. When I watch those, I'm watching strictly for entertainment purposes. I don't typically walk away from watching a K-drama thinking about, oh, how did the music help with adding to the atmosphere? How was the acting? Or was the story well thought out, well written? Sometimes I might think about that. But typically after watching...
You know, I consider myself a high jumper. But there are places in the castle that even I can't reach. Something's wrong with this place. The architecture seems off. Well, remember, the castle came straight from hell. It's not going to work the way we expect. Who's to say it was meant to be inhabited in the first place? Zangetsu is investigating the castle too. How does he get around? Well, your jump strength is a result of the crystal augmenting your flesh, but his comes from training and discipline that have enabled him to transcend human limits. I understand he has the ability to jump a second time in midair.
So what I hear is get good.
What? He does not. Funny you should mention Zangetsu. He sent a message arrow, which reads, "In the shrine to the printed word, seek the demon bounding across the sky."
In the shrine to the printed word. See the bounding across the sky.
Well, maybe that demon shard would allow me to jump in midair. If so, it would open new avenues for you with...
I shall think about
What
that.
are you looking to sell? Is this... Then we have a deal.
I don't like this one.
Is this right? Many thanks.
I don't like bone toss
Is
either.
this... Many thanks.
Yeah.
Is this... Then we have a deal.
Increases coverage.
What are you looking to buy?
Whole lot of these. So I can
this
only
right?
hold
Thank you.
8 max. Ooh, a high potion. Get 3 of
Is
those.
this... Many thanks.
Bummer. Let's get some holy water for
Is
cursing.
this... Then we have
Or
a
for
deal.
curses. That could be helpful.
Is this... Then we have a deal.
I get one of
Is
these.
this... Thank you.
That could be helpful.
Is this... Then we have a deal.
Flexibility to petrified flesh.
Is this... Then we
Just in
have a
case.
deal. Thank you.
Domo. So, yeah, that's how I kind of see other shows. And that's just me. This is all me. Not saying you have to think like this. With anime, though, I see it as an art form. And like with other pieces of art, not everything's going to be for everyone. Not everyone is going to like the same art you do. But that doesn't mean the art is bad inherently. For example, there might be a Picasso out there that, you know, isn't your favorite. But that doesn't mean that the painting wasn't well executed, that the brushstrokes weren't well done, that the coloring chosen for the piece was bad or was a bad choice. Art's very subjective. So you may not like the choice, but that doesn't mean that the choice is inherently bad. So that's how I see anime. Oh, fine, I opened that freaking door up. Jeez Louise. There are plenty of animes that I'm sure that are perfectly well executed, well written, voice acting's good, animation's great, all that stuff. But like the story maybe just isn't my thing. The type of art just isn't for me. So that's why I don't like it when people are just like, man, JJK ain't worth it. It's mid. It's bad. Or ALT is overrated. It's bad. It's poorly written. I literally saw a reel on Instagram recently. Where are we going? That's a great question. I should probably figure that out first. Said something about printed something. There's something with double jump. I mean, we were exploring over here. I guess we can just run over here and keep going. I suppose this game is very linear. It's like very, which, you know, whatever. But you know, kind of interesting they did it like that. Anyway, continuing on. I saw a reel where someone was saying it was like an interviewer. Someone asked this guy, what's an overrated anime? And this guy literally said AOT. And you know what he mentioned about the issue with it? He said, oh, the story is not well written. The world is big. Nothing makes sense. And he goes on to complain about the technology of AOT, saying how, oh, they're still using candles, but somehow they have steam-powered machinery? Or like... He said they're using candles still, yet they have this high-tech technology? That makes no sense. And I'm like, of all the things to start complaining and whining about AOT, you chose its technology, forgetting it's an anime. It's not real. So, it can do things like that that make no sense in reality. But because it's a TV show, that's like going to Demon Slayer and being like, Zenitsu going that fast don't make no sense. That's like, that's like starting to complain about some of the most ridiculous things about Demon Slayer. Like, for example, this guy, Tengen, he went at it with a upper 4 demon. There are rankings for demons, and the smaller number, the higher of a rank the demon is. And so Tengen lost his arm, and he was fighting this upper 4 demon with 1 arm. Imagine looking at that, and one of his weapon he uses is like 2 swords chained together. So imagine watching that fight and then being like, that makes no sense. He can't spin the thing correctly if he only has 1 arm. I'm just like, okay. It's called a TV show? Things don't make sense. You're right. He should be on the ground probably bleeding out. But no, because it's an anime, he's perfectly fine. There's also something called breathing techniques that give you like these crazy superpowers. That makes no sense. That's not based in reality in the slightest. But we accept it because it's an anime, you dip. You can make things not make sense. You can put things that make no sense in reality in an anime. We all do it. Everyone does it. So for him to start complaining about the realism about their technology as to why, and that being a reason why AOT is mid, is not even mid, a bad show? That was probably the worst take I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not even gonna say, I have a friend, I have a buddy who says, hey, I'm not into AOT. I'm not interested. And I'm just like, that's fine. Because guess what? It's an art form. Anime is art. So not everyone's gonna like the same art you do. That doesn't mean it's objectively bad. And I think that's my problem with people using that language. Is I feel like it's important to be like, hey, JJK, not for me. I can understand why people like it, but it's not for me. That's how I am with JoJo. I'm just like, I understand why people can like it. I understand completely. Just not for me. So that was that. I'm not gonna say it again. You don't have to like AOT. That's perfectly fine. It's not meant for everyone. JJK, Demon Slayer, all other animes. There's some animes though that aren't even art. It just should not exist, like we do here. That's the anime where it's literally just a freaking porno for rape. That's not art. That's just disgusting. So not all anime is kind of like how not all paintings are art. Some paintings are just like a banana taped to a wall. That's not art. That's just nonsense. So I don't care what you say. That's not. There's no. I think that's another reason why. Again, if you want to watch anime dubbed, I understand, but here's my take. Now remember, I think anime is art, right? When someone makes art, there is art done in its original form, in its original composition, and there is a vision the artist had when creating that piece. I feel like to truly get that vision the artist intended, you want to try and consume the art in its original form. Pause. Let me check, make sure everything is recording okay. Allez. Okay. Good. We're gonna stop soon. Yeah, you want to consume that art in its original form. So with anime, its original form is in Japanese. So I feel like to truly get the vision of the creators, of the artist's work, you should watch it in Japanese. At least that's my thought process for that. Not everyone sees anime as art. They just see it as entertainment, so I guess it's perfectly fine for them to just do what they want. Nice. She really does say why you. Ugh, crap. I need to get back up there. So yeah, cause I noticed. Cause now I want to rewatch Death Note. Because I think I watched it dubbed the first time. And now I'm wondering what type of voice acting, what type of inflection, what type of other meanings may I have missed because I watched it dubbed. Because when you're watching it subbed, sometimes even then, oh goodness, it's so annoying. Even then the translation doesn't do justice to what is being expressed. Japanese is such a artful language. I'm actually trying to learn Japanese now, and they have so many different writing styles for different reasons, for different for different things. It is a lot. So like I'm sure there's probably plenty I'm missing because I don't speak Japanese. So I'm hoping by learning it, maybe eventually I can start watching Japanese anime without the subtitles and get like a more full experience. Because again, I see it as art, and I want to consume the vision the creators intended. I want to see what they want to share with the world. Luckily we do have sub, but again, if you listen to anime dubbed and then watched it subbed, you could probably tell the difference in certain words. Like, I noticed that. I know a couple of Japanese words, and sometimes I'll be listening to Japanese and then reading the subtitle, and I'm just like, that's not an exact translation to what they said, because they said a word I'm familiar with, but it was not in the translation. It could be contextual things potentially, but I know what I heard. So where is it? You know, things like that. So yeah, I'm trying to learn Japanese now. And it's great because it's funny now, going back to anime. And recognizing some of the words I learned in my lessons. For example, I learned konbanwa yesterday. That means good evening. And I was watching an episode of Banana Fish, and one of the characters said that. I was just like, there it is. I know what that means. I learned this yesterday as well. Jana or jane, which is like goodbye. And just like, oh my gosh, I know that phrase. I know that word because Ash used it. It's great. It's crazy. It's really fun, actually. Being able to recognize these words. But yeah, it's really fun. But that's why I like watching subbed. I prefer sub. And besides, the voice, oh my gosh, those voice acting, I don't know what it is about dubbed. When they do dubbed, we're gonna stop now. When they do dubbed, just the translation, the inflections, the emotion, everything changes compared to when you're doing it subbed. Just something about Japanese voice acting is just, it's so different compared to English. Not that English voice acting can't be good. I've watched plenty of shows where English voice acting is perfectly fine. Not in anime, but in like a regular TV show, like Invincible or Justice League Unlimited or some of the Batman movies I watch. Voice acting, perfectly fine. Love it. But Japanese voice acting is something else. The only shows I've seen that are like comparable is Invincible and Castlevania, and probably Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those are the only ones that are like comparable to the level of emotion, effort, and passion Japanese voice actors put into these shows. Like, they put their whole soul into it. There's one actor I really like, Kentin Suda. He voice acts a bunch of people I know from. He did Nanami. He does Joker in Fire Force. He does a character in AOT. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. And when he was voice acting Nanami, he actually almost cried because he's trying to develop those emotions so that it matches the emotions that Nanami was going through at that point. There's another one, the voice actor for Yuji in JJK. There's a scene where Yuji is on the ground. He's like scratching the floor, having a mental breakdown. And he's like, Shine, saying he should die now, just him right now. And you now have, it was a reel on Instagram. You have that scene of Yuji on the ground, scratching at the floor, having a breakdown. And then you cut up and you have the film of the VA doing the exact same thing that Yuji was doing. That's how much passion, that's how much effort these people put in to these jobs. Not saying English actors don't do that, but like I I don't hear it as much in English voice acting. I don't know what it is. Again, not saying they can't do it, they definitely can. But Japanese voice actors consistently are just at that level of just so much passion. It is a whole different experience listening to anime with Japanese audio. It is a wonderful experience. So like if you only do dubbed, try out sub one day. Now if you have like a learning disability where it's like really hard for you to read or whatever, that's one thing. I get that. You don't have to worry about it. But like if you have no problem but you just like to do dub for whatever reason, just try sub one day and listen to the Japanese voice acting. Plus you can pick up on some Japanese that way. And that's always fun. So now, because like now I can walk around and say a bunch of Japanese terms because of anime. It's really fun. So yeah, that's just my take on it. It's art. So I like to consume it as close to its intended form so I can enjoy the vision the artist intended. That's what I want. But you know, not everyone's a weirdo like me. All right, so we're making some really good progress finally. I think next time we come back, we're going to travel this way and look around what's over there. It seems like there might be a little something over here I can go up to as well. So we'll probably do that first, and then we'll kind of come down and go to the Bridge of Evil. And hopefully we can figure out that whole double jump thing. I might do a quick Google search to figure out what that's about. That'll be for next time. Alright, so that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next playthrough. Bye-bye.